Georgia, the state known for sweet tea, front porch manners, and that everything's slower down here lifestyle, until it suddenly isn't. One minute you're surrounded by quiet streets, pine trees, and peaceful neighborhoods that look perfect for retirement. And the next minute you're stuck behind someone driving 15 under the speed limit, wondering how a calm morning turned into a patience test. This place is range. You've got Atlanta chaos, small town slowness, and towns where opportunity moves slower than a church fan in July. Some areas are booming, growing, and modern. Others are frozen in time and very comfortable staying that way. And don't even get me started on daily life. Georgia doesn't do mild weather. It does heat with attitude. But we're not here to talk about the nice views or quiet vibes. Today, we're looking at the places where retirement dreams get expensive, opportunity gets quiet, and the overall energy makes you say, yeah, this isn't where I'm settling down. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, because today we're counting down the 10 Georgia towns you should never retire in. And trust me, some of these places look peaceful right up until you actually live there. Number 10, Lovejoy, Georgia. Lovejoy sounds romantic, right? The name alone makes you think peace, comfort, maybe affordable living. Then you move in and realize Lovejoy doesn't love your wallet at all. This town will smile at you while charging you premium prices for absolutely mid experiences. At first glance, Lovejoy looks calm. Quiet streets, suburban vibes, nothing flashy. You think this could be a nice place to retire. Then the bills show up, and suddenly retirement starts feeling like unpaid overtime. Rent in Lovejoy is wild for what you're getting. Not luxury, not waterfront, not gated with palm trees. Just regular houses with main character pricing. You'll be paying like you're close to Atlanta, but driving like you're not. It's the kind of town where the cost of living is ambitious. But the town itself is very comfortable doing the bare minimum. Groceries? Expensive. Utilities? Confident. Property taxes? Acting like Lovejoy has a skyline. Everything costs more than it should, and nothing explains why. And if you're on a fixed income, Lovejoy will test your budgeting skills like a pop quiz you didn't study for. You'll start doing mental math at the checkout line. Do I really need brand name bread, or is today a store brand kind of day? Now let's talk retirement reality. Lovejoy is not walkable. It's not exciting, and it's definitely not cheap enough to justify the boredom. So you're paying high monthly costs to sit at home and watch traffic go by. That's not retirement. That's a subscription to quiet frustration. Healthcare options? Limited nearby. Entertainment? You'll be driving. Community activities? Hope you like church events and staying in. Lovejoy doesn't aggressively fail, and that's the problem. It quietly drains you. Month after month. Bill after bill. You don't move out because something terrible happened. You move out because one day you look at your bank account and think, wait, what am I paying for? That's why Lovejoy lands at number 10. It's not chaotic. It's not dangerous. It's just overpriced for the lifestyle it offers. And for retirees, that's the worst scam of all. Number 9, Douglasville, Georgia. Douglasville is one of those towns that almost feels safe. Nice neighborhoods, decent houses, suburban energy, the kind of place where you relax just enough, which is exactly when something goes missing. Because in Douglasville, break-ins don't feel rare. They feel scheduled. Not shocking, not dramatic, just consistent enough to keep everyone slightly paranoid. This is the town where neighbors don't say good morning. They say, did you hear about the car on Maple Street? Car break-ins are a local pastime. People don't leave valuables in their vehicles. They don't leave anything. Glove compartments stay empty. Cup holders are decoration only. You'll see cars parked with nothing inside like they're being staged for sale. It's not minimalism, it's survival. And home break-ins? Oh, they happen quietly. No movie-style chaos. Just doors tested, windows checked, and houses chosen like items off a menu. Douglasville criminals don't rush. They take their time. They respect the process. Retiring here means becoming best friends with security systems. Cameras, motion lights, doorbells that record everything except the actual crime. You'll have footage, just not peace. And the funny part? During the day, Douglasville feels normal. Kids riding bikes, people jogging, Lawns getting watered like nothing's wrong. Then night hits, and suddenly everyone remembers to lock up like they're guarding national secrets. You'll hear stories from locals that always start the same way. I never thought it would happen to me. That's the Douglasville slogan. For retirees, this gets exhausting fast. You're not trying to play detective. You're not trying to replace stolen packages. You're just trying to enjoy quiet living without checking your cameras every hour. Douglasville isn't falling apart. It's just too comfortable with this problem. Break-ins happen often enough to be expected, but not enough to change the reputation. And that's why it lands at number 9. Because retirement should bring peace of mind, not a routine of double-checking locks before bed. Douglasville keeps you alert. Retirement should let you relax. Number 8. Griffin, Georgia. Griffin is one of those Georgia towns that looks calm. Historic buildings, quiet streets, small town charm. The whole brochure starter pack. You arrive thinking, this could be peaceful. And sometimes it is. Then you meet Griffin's recurring guest star, aggravated assault. This isn't exaggeration or internet drama. Crime data consistently shows Griffin has higher than average violent crime for a town its size. An aggravated assault does most of the heavy lifting. Here, arguments don't always stay arguments. They escalate. Fast. A lot of incidents come from disputes, domestic situations, alcohol, drugs, basically all the things retirees specifically said they were done with. It's not chaos on every corner, which is actually the problem. It's calm until it really isn't. During the day, Griffin feels slow and familiar. People wave. Traffic crawls. Life feels paused. Then you check the local news and think, wait, that happened here. Griffin's issue isn't constant danger. It's normalized violence. And for retirees, that's worse. You're not scared all the time. You're alert all the time. And that wears on you. Law enforcement is present, but like many small cities, resources are stretched thin. Response exists. Prevention struggles. Economic stress, limited opportunity, and long-standing issues keep feeding the cycle. Pressure builds. Then it pops. For retirees, this shows up quietly. You avoid certain areas at night. You learn which streets feel calmer. You start calculating instead of relaxing. Griffin isn't hopeless. It has history, pride, and people who care. But aggravated assault is still a real, ongoing issue, not a rumor. That's why Griffin lands at number 8. Retirement should lower your stress, not raise your awareness. Number 7. Forest Park, Georgia. Forest Park sounds peaceful. Trees, birds, quiet retirement walks. Until you realize the forest is fine, but the park is where your stuff disappears. If you retire here, congratulations. You've unlocked a new hobby, checking if your car is still there. Forest Park sits right next to Atlanta, which is great for access, and terrible for crime spillover that never packs its bags. Theft is the star of the show here. Not dramatic crime, just constant "didn't I own that" crime. You won't get robbed with flair. Your belongings just slowly vanish like retirement savings in a bad economy. Car break-ins are common, because locked doors are more of a suggestion than a rule. And no, being retired doesn't protect you. Thieves don't respect pensions or bad knees. Police reports exist, which is nice. So does the phrase, "yeah, that happens a lot," which is not. Housing looks affordable, mostly because it comes with free anxiety. You save on the house, then spend it replacing packages, tools, and catalytic converters. Healthcare access nearby is decent, which is great. Stress is clearly working overtime. Nighttime vibes aren't evening stroll. They're "did I lock everything twice?" The community tries, but it's hard to bond when everyone's swapping theft stories. You'll meet neighbors quickly, mostly because they're asking if you saw anyone suspicious. Forest Park isn't the worst place to live. It's just a terrible place to relax. And when you're retired, relaxing is the entire job. That's why Forest Park earns number 7 on the worst towns to retire in Georgia. Number 6, Cordele, Georgia. Cordele proudly calls itself the watermelon capital of the world, which is adorable because your belongings might disappear faster than a sliced melon at a summer picnic. If you're retiring here, prepare to protect your house like it's holding state secrets. Property crime is the town's favorite pastime, right after reminding everyone that it used to be better back in the day. Break-ins here aren't shocking. They're more like local weather, frequent, inconvenient, and never officially canceled. Your shed, garage, or porch will all feel equally unsafe because burglars believe in equal opportunity access. Cordele is small-town Georgia, which means everyone knows everyone, except the person who keeps stealing things. For retirees, that's fun because nothing screams golden years like replacing stolen lawn equipment you barely wanted to use anyway. Home prices look affordable, and that's true, mostly because the neighborhood comes with built-in suspense. You save money on housing, then immediately spend on locks, alarms, and a camera system that still won't stop anything. Police exist, but response times sometimes feel like they're driving here from another watermelon festival. Healthcare options are limited, which is perfect when stress raises your blood pressure for absolutely free. Entertainment is minimal, so you'll have plenty of time to sit at home, guarding your stuff like a museum exhibit. Nighttime in Cordele is quiet, not peaceful. There's a difference, and retirees learn it fast. Your biggest evening activity won't be watching TV. It'll be checking outside noises and pretending that was probably nothing. Neighbors are friendly, which is great, because you'll be bonding over who got robbed last week. The cost of living is low, but that's partly because the town doesn't offer many ways to enjoy your money anyway. Fixed-income retirees feel property crime harder because replacing stolen items isn't in the Social Security budgeting guide. Cordele's location is convenient for passing through Georgia, which is funny because thieves also seem to be passing through your yard. The irony is retirees move here for simplicity, then end up living like security consultants. You'll learn to never leave packages outside, because porch piracy is practically an unofficial sport. The town has charm, history, and watermelon pride, just not enough safety to relax while enjoying any of it. Retirement should feel like taking a deep breath, not holding it every time you hear footsteps. Cordele isn't unlivable, it's just exhausting, and retirement is supposed to be the opposite of that. So unless your retirement plan includes nightly perimeter checks and surprise insurance claims, Cordele may not be your sweet spot. That's why Cordele lands firmly at number 6 on our list of the worst towns to retire in Georgia. And don't worry, the list only gets worse from here. We're officially halfway through the countdown. If you've made it this far, you're clearly serious about avoiding the wrong moving decisions, and I know you're already searching for apartments to rent far away from these towns. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss one of these important breakdowns. Alright, let's get back into it with number 5. Number 5, Alpharetta, Georgia. Alpharetta is beautiful, polished, and expensive enough to make your retirement calculator start sweating. If you're retiring here, congratulations. You've chosen a town where even the air feels like it charges rent. This place is constantly ranked as one of the best places to live, which is code for great if you're still employed. Housing prices here don't just rise, they levitate like they've got investor wings. Your retirement savings will arrive confident and leave humbled. Property taxes in Alpharetta hit different, especially when you realize your fixed income didn't get the memo. Everything is upscale, which sounds nice until you realize upscale means, why is this so expensive? Grocery shopping feels less like errands and more like a luxury experience you didn't ask for. Restaurants are great, assuming you enjoy paying downtown Atlanta prices without downtown Atlanta energy. Healthcare access is excellent, which is good, because you'll need it after checking your monthly expenses. The town is safe, clean, and very well maintained, mostly because someone has to justify these prices. Retirement is about slowing down, but Alpharetta keeps your bank account running laps. Entertainment options are everywhere, which is nice, because you'll be window shopping instead of participating. Neighbors are friendly, successful, and casually discussing investments while you're discussing coupon strategies. This is a town where retirees quietly ask themselves, do I really need a house this nice? Yes, it's walkable, scenic, and full of amenities. All things you'll admire while calculating what you could have bought elsewhere. Alpharetta doesn't have crime problems. It has budget problems and they're personal. Fixed income retirees feel the pressure hardest because Social Security does not come with Alpharetta inflation protection. You'll start justifying expenses like, well, it is a nice sidewalk, and that's how they get you. The irony is that Alpharetta is amazing, just not amazing for anyone trying to relax financially. Retirement should feel like freedom, not like negotiating with your savings every month. If you sold a company, this place is perfect. If you sold your labor and retired normally, this place is terrifying. Alpharetta isn't a bad town at all. It's just financially aggressive. So unless your retirement plan includes stock dividends, rental income, or a sudden billionaire cousin, Alpharetta might hurt more than it helps. That's why Alpharetta lands at number 5 on our list of the worst towns to retire in Georgia. And trust me, your wallet isn't ready for what's next. Number 4, Americus, Georgia. Americus is one of those towns where the history is rich, but the present is aggressively struggling. If you're retiring here, welcome. Your golden years just turned into a sociology documentary. Drug trafficking is a real issue in Americus, which is exciting if you enjoy living where crime statistics stay employed. This isn't flashy big city crime either. It's the quiet, uncomfortable kind that slowly eats at community safety. Poverty is everywhere, which means stress is basically part of the local scenery. You'll notice it fast because empty storefronts have way more presence than actual opportunity. Housing is cheap, which sounds great until you realize why it's cheap. You don't buy a house here, you adopt a situation. For retirees on fixed income, poverty-heavy areas bring constant concerns about safety, services, and basic quality of life. Healthcare access exists, but limited is being polite and optimistic. If something serious happens, you're probably driving, and hoping your car is having a good day. The town has history, charm, and potential, which is Southern code for maybe one day. Drug activity impacts neighborhoods unevenly, meaning one block looks calm while the next feels like a warning label. Nighttime in Americus isn't relaxing. It's quiet in a why is it this quiet kind of way. Retirement should bring peace, not constant awareness of what's happening around you. Local resources are stretched thin, which makes retirees feel like an afterthought. You'll meet kind people here, but kindness doesn't cancel out systemic issues. Entertainment options are limited, unless you count people watching as a survival skill. Fixed income retirees feel every problem harder because there's no financial cushion for surprise stress. Americus isn't evil, it's just overwhelmed. And retiring somewhere overwhelmed means you're inheriting problems you didn't create. This town needs investment, jobs, and time, not retirees looking for calm sunsets. If your retirement plan includes community rebuilding, patience, and very low expectations, maybe. But if your plan includes safety, healthcare, and relaxation, Americus is a tough sell. That's why Americus lands at number 4 on our list of the worst towns to retire in Georgia. And buckle up, because the top 3 are about to get real uncomfortable. Number 3, Albany, Georgia. Albany is one of those towns where the cost of living is low, but the stress levels refuse to follow the discount. If you're retiring here, welcome. You've officially chosen life on hard mode. Albany consistently struggles with a high murder rate, which is not the kind of excitement retirees usually ask for. This isn't lock your door just in case crime. This is why is this still happening? Crime. Safety is supposed to increase with age, not turn into a daily awareness exercise. You'll hear people say, it's not that bad, which is never comforting when followed by silence. Healthcare is another issue, because nothing pairs worse with high crime than limited medical resources. Albany has hospitals, yes, just not enough quality care to inspire confidence when things go wrong. If you need specialized treatment, hope you enjoy road trips, because staying local is a gamble. Stress-related health problems thrive here, and retirement is not supposed to come with a free anxiety package. The poverty rate doesn't help either, because struggling communities tend to come with struggling systems. Housing is cheap, which is nice, until you realize safety and healthcare aren't included in the price. Neighborhoods vary wildly, meaning one street feels calm while the next feels like a cautionary tale. Retirees don't want to research crime maps. They want to research golf courses. Albany forces you to do both. The town has history and culture, but they're constantly overshadowed by ongoing safety concerns. You'll meet great people here, but even they'll warn you where not to go. Nighttime doesn't bring peace. It brings questions like, was that fireworks or something else? For retirees with health issues, response time and care quality matter, and Albany doesn't always deliver. Fixed income retirees feel the pressure hardest because moving again isn't cheap. This isn't a town that helps you slow down. It keeps you alert. Retirement should feel like rest, not risk management. Albany isn't hopeless. It's just not healing fast enough for retirees to bet their future on it. If your retirement dream includes calm nights, reliable health care, and peace of mind, Albany is a hard no. That's why Albany earns number 3 on our list of the worst towns to retire in Georgia. And trust me, if you think this was bad, the top 2 are about to test your optimism. Number 2, East Point, Georgia. East Point is that special kind of town that somehow manages to be expensive and stressful at the same time. If you're retiring here, congratulations. You're paying premium prices for premium anxiety. Crime is a constant conversation in East Point, which is not what retirees mean when they say they want community engagement. This isn't rare crime either. It's frequent enough that locals talk about it like traffic updates. Car break-ins, theft, and violent crime all like to RSVP to the same neighborhood. Safety feels unpredictable, which is great if you enjoy keeping your head on a swivel during retirement. Now let's talk about cost, because East Point decided affordability was optional. Housing prices keep climbing, mostly because Atlanta is nearby and reality refuses to interfere with real estate optimism. You're paying Atlanta-adjacent prices without Atlanta-level peace of mind. Property taxes don't care that you're retired. They just know where you live. For fixed-income retirees, that combo hits hard. Rising costs and rising crime. Healthcare access exists nearby, which is good because stress is doing numbers on your blood pressure. You'll find restaurants, shops, and entertainment, assuming you're comfortable navigating them with caution. Nighttime vibes here are less relaxing evening walk, and more did I lock everything twice? Neighbors are friendly, but even they'll warn you about certain streets like it's a public service announcement. Retirement should be about downsizing stress, not upgrading your security system. East Point keeps you alert, which is impressive considering retirement is supposed to slow you down. You'll spend money, try to feel safe, then spend more money wondering why you had to. The town is changing, developing, and improving, just not fast enough for retirees to gamble their peace on it. This place works better for young professionals with income growth, not retirees with income limits. You don't retire to manage risk. You retire to escape it. East Point refuses to let you forget where you are. If your retirement dream includes calm nights, stable costs, and relaxed mornings, East Point is aggressively not that. That's why East Point claims number 2 on our list of the worst towns to retire in Georgia. And if you think this was rough, wait until you hear number 1. Number 1, College Park, Georgia. College Park sounds smart, peaceful, and full of potential, which is impressive branding for a town with serious violent crime issues. If you're retiring here, congratulations. You've chosen a place where the name lies to you immediately. Violent crime isn't rare in College Park. It's a recurring headline that refuses to retire. This isn't keep an eye out crime. This is why is this still normal crime. Being near Atlanta and the airport keeps things busy, and by busy, I mean chaotic in the least relaxing way possible. Gun violence, assaults, and robberies have all made College Park a frequent topic in crime discussions, which retirees absolutely love. Safety here feels inconsistent, like the town can't decide what kind of day it wants to have. One moment it's calm, the next moment you're questioning every noise outside. Retirement should come with peace of mind, not a crash course in situational awareness. Housing prices try to look reasonable, but no price is a deal when safety is the hidden fee. You'll save money up front, then pay for it emotionally. Healthcare access exists nearby, which is good because stress, anxiety, and high blood pressure are working overtime. Neighborhoods change fast, meaning one wrong turn can turn a peaceful drive into a learning experience. Nighttime here doesn't whisper. It keeps you alert. Neighbors will tell you which streets to avoid, like it's a survival guide. College Park has history, culture, and proximity advantages, but none of that cancels out violent crime. This town might work for people who are young, mobile, and constantly on guard. Retirees deserve stability, not unpredictability. Fixed income retirees especially don't need surprise risks they can't budget for. You don't retire to live on edge. You retire to let go. College Park refuses to let you relax fully, ever. It's not that people can't live here. It's that retirees shouldn't have to endure their retirement. If your dream includes calm mornings, safe evenings, and peace of mind, College Park is not the finale you want. And that's why College Park takes number 1 as the worst town to retire in Georgia. Sleep tight and maybe double check those locks. Hold up. You enjoyed the video, didn't you? Don't lie. If you did, you officially owe the Urban Lens a subscribe. It's the law now. Go ahead, click that icon on your screen right now before I call out your hometown next week. Don't test me. I will find it. And if you already subscribed, you're safe. You're family now. I'm the Urban Lens. Thanks for watching. And remember, if your town didn't make this list, just wait. It probably will.